Okay, so Lisa, hello, welcome. Thank you for coming along tonight. Thank you for agreeing that I can record this for the rest of the team. We are going to work on Instagram. So I'm going to let you kick it off by telling me what you want to know and ask questions as we go through. I may not know every answer because I do Instagram sporadically. And it might be that when some of the teams see what I'm saying, they're going to come back and go, no, 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 this is a great way forward. But that's why we're a team. So what do you want to know?
How to do it as easy as possible, as quickly as possible, but get the results that I think a lot of people are getting, or are they? Is it like a visual kind of seller that they're doing really well, and which is making me think they're doing really well? So basically, I'm seeing all different pages. I've had a look at different pages, and they've got loads and loads and loads and loads of different photos on their main page. And then I'm clicking on them, and it's the post that they've done. What I'm wondering is, because I'm brand new, my Instagram has got no followers. I've not tried to get any followers yet because I don't want to get followers not looking good. So should I be posting out like tonight? Should I put loads and loads of posts up ready for when I'm ready to get followers?
Okay.
And
So there's several things to unpack here. Yeah, go on.
and how do you create a link to my shop in my bio?
Okay. So let's address the first thing. Are people as successful as they make out? I don't know. Between Team Fearless Beauty and you, I will say that I am not hugely successful on Instagram because I focus on Facebook. But what I am going to do, and the rule for social media has for a long time been 80% personal, 20% selling. So just think about yourself for a moment. Think about your inbox. Think about your Facebook feed. You don't have a Facebook feed, do you? So think
I
about.
do. I've created one as well.
Okay. What we tend to see in our email feed is maybe I buy shoes from Fit Flop and Hotter because I'm old. So what I get are blatant buy my stuff emails that say we've got a new style out. You can get £30 off. Hotter are doing a January sale. Hotter and FitFlop, as big known brands, are never ever going to look and do some personal stuff. They're always going to do buy my stuff. And I get the choice to accept that or walk on by. And mostly I walk on by. Now, for you, you want people to engage with you. That's why we do the 80% personal stuff. But on social media, you never ever put out more than you're comfortable with. You don't have to bare your soul on social media. I will talk about the cats. I will definitely talk about cars. I will talk about having my nails done. I will talk about having my hair done, because for me, all of that is frippery. It's all, it's not my soul. It's the external dressing. But there are other people that have their nails done. So I will attract people who go, that's a nice colour. Wonder how she did that. Oh, love her hair. The story about my hair is I live in the west coast of Scotland. I can't get a hair appointment for love nor money. So I fly to London to have my hair done. Now, in truth, and Team Fearless Beauty know this, in truth, I flew to London to be with Amanda Hill because we were delivering a training course in Egham with some of the chief execs from Avon and Natura. And the day before we delivered the training, we went to Harlow and we had our hair and our nails and our eyebrows and waxing and God knows what else done. So that's the truth of the matter. The external story is, I'm that successful. I can't get my hair done here. I fly to London to have it done. And that's a different connotation, isn't it? So are those people as successful as you think they are? I don't know. Some might be. Now let's think about where you get the posts from and how you get it out there. Avon On in the Avon social section is, for me, a lifesaver. And I've been using Insta today. I went on and picked up the new image about the bubble bath. The text was already there. I didn't like the text. I added to the text something that makes it sound as though it's coming from me. And I picked up my shop link and I popped that on before I sent that out. You will find on Instagram that maybe tonight do 5 or 6 images, a maximum of 10 for you tonight, a maximum, right? And you'll find that people follow you. I have no idea how I've got 517 followers on Instagram. I just have. And some of them talk, some of them go, hello, gorgeous girl. Can we talk? You're so beautiful. So I block them because that's not what I'm on Instagram for. With all social media, you're trying to build a relationship. So you need to go into different people's profiles and like their pictures. So you click the love heart to give them a like. There's a speech bubble which you can click and you can write a few words. So you actually, in your early days, you get quite used to putting, what a lovely picture, I love the sea. What a lovely picture, it's great to see the sun. What a great picture, I love blue cars. It's almost innocuous what you're saying, but the fact that you're commenting, the person you're commenting on will see that and will come and look at your profile and may then follow you and may leave comments for you, which is great because that then builds up the credibility. And the algorithm, the dreaded algorithms that are everywhere, says, oh, she's not just out to push her stuff, she's commenting, she wants to be social, and therefore they will allow your posts to get seen by more people.
Okay.
So Avon On is my savior because they're very good quality images and they've got the wording there already. I always check it for spelling. I always check the hashtags. I'll change the hashtags. Now, Instagram want you to put around about 10 hashtags per message. There are some hashtags that get you banned. And you can find that out by typing banned hashtags. And believe it or not, Beachbody, Beauty Boss, Beauty Babe, I think, Babe, have all been banned hashtags.
Okay.
So just have a little look at that. And I think stemmed out of gender equality, not stereotyping people. I know it's stymied a lot of beauty businesses because Beachbody is a fitness program. Beauty Babe was something that many very prolific, unique users used. So if a hashtag is being used too much, the algorithms will ban it. So just keep an eye on that. I tend to use Avon, Beauty, Passion for People. That's my favorite. And then today it was Bubble Bath, relax, me time. So the way a hashtag works is it organizes your post into a list. So if someone was going to look for something that you sell, let's say they want to look for bubble bath, they might type into Instagram bubble bath. If you've used that hashtag against your image and your wording, you are going to appear in that list.
Okay.
That's why we use hashtags. So think about what is descriptive of what you're doing. What is descriptive of that particular item that you are posting out at the time? Certainly moving forward, no more than 5 Instagram posts a day. I only do 2. Now, maybe I'm just a bit slack. Perhaps someone else in Team Fearless Beauty that's better at Instagram might come back and say 5, 10 is great. 10 to start with, because you've got no followers. And like you say, you want to populate something. You asked how you added your link. So we set up your online shop and your online brochure yesterday. So you know what that's called. When you are going through Avon On, it gives you the picture, says, do you want to change it? Now, I never do. I work on the basis Avon have paid someone a shed load of money to light that picture perfectly. I'm not going to put a filter on it. That's my personal thoughts. If you prefer to put a filter on, please do. So you do your image, it tells you that it's copied the text, and then there's there's a piece underneath the image that says link to MAS, my Avon store, link to product, my own URL. Now, if you go link to product and you are putting out the best-selling £10 packs, bestseller £10 packs, that's perfect, because you click on link to product, it takes you to your shop, you type in lavender bestseller or whatever bestseller, up will come the picture of the bestseller pack, and you click on that and it will put your personal link into that Avon On posting.
Okay.
With the bubble bath, I fell a little bit foul today because the bubble bath don't have a link for all of them. You would have to choose White Lily or Orchid. So instead of choosing that, I chose link to brochure, and I selected, because my brochure, I've masked it, so it's sammarshallrecommends.com/Avon brochure, but yours will be shopwithmyrep.co.uk/Avon/ whatever we've called your brochure. And what that did, because they changed the front cover of the brochure today, so when someone clicks on that link, it would show them straight away the bubble bath offer. So that's how you get your linking. When you are thinking about scheduling, you can, if you want, go into your own environment, your garden, local playground, local park, whatever, and you can take pictures of your environment and say something nice about it. I've got a canal one side of me and a loch in front of me. So I've done stuff before where I've walked along the canal, I've taken a picture, and I've just put up, look how still the canal is today, look how beautiful this is, whatever. And that becomes the 80% personal. In network marketing, there's a statement: people buy from people. They need to get to know you, like you, understand what you stand for. Then they'll trust you, and then they'll buy from you. So they like to see something of you. So for me, over the years, there have been pictures of me with my cars. It was always a big joke, and it happened by accident. I had a sky blue handbag, and I happened to buy a sky blue Saab. And there is a picture of me picking it up, holding the handbag, saying, one simply must have a car to match one's handbag. Big joke. It went viral. The garage that sold it to me had taken this photo, and they'd put it on their site, and we had 2 or 3 million hits on
Oh
this
my
picture.
God.
And there was no linkage. It literally was just a picture. So blow me, when we came to get rid of the Saab and we bought a Yeti, it turned out to be the same color blue. So at this point, I put on a blue jacket that I've got with pictures of cherry blossoms on it, and my blue handbag, and stood by the Yeti and said, once again, one must have a car to match one's handbag and jacket. That didn't go quite as viral, but people got to understand a little bit more about me. It's been a bit of a joke, and I'm happy for them to have that laugh with me. People know that I love stationery. I will put pictures of pens up, pictures of, I showed you just before we went on to record, I showed you, this is my diary. And this is, oh, I just dropped it. This is a notebook that I take to meetings with me. And Jay, who is my upline for Christmas, bought me an A4 notepad that said, I've survived another meeting that should have been an email. So people know that I love that sort of thing. And I play on that on social media. And I talk about stationery. And that will attract a certain population, a certain demographic. So think about what you love in your life and think about what you're willing to share. Always remembering, once you've put it out on social media, you can't take it back. So
It
don't.
sounds really bad that I don't know what I love.
No, it doesn't sound bad at all.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I think that sometimes we get so wrapped up in what we're doing, and you're a nurse. And at heart, I know that's not where you've gone at the moment, but in your heart of hearts, you had a vocation. You're a nurse. You've given your service. Caring is probably what absolutely lit you up for a long time, until those people who should have known better absolutely took the Michael and made you go, no more. So while we're recording this, and on behalf of Team Fearless Beauty, I would like to thank you for everything you've done within the nursing profession. But my understanding of that, I'm not made to be a carer. I always told my parents, I can't do that. I can provide the money so that you can be cared for, but I'm not a carer. And that's exactly what happened. You're probably going through and doing what you have to do daily, and you don't actually have time to think about you. So this is a message to everybody on Team Fearless Beauty. While we are building our businesses, you absolutely must not lose sight of you. You must have downtime. So for me, I love crystals. I love Reiki. I'm a trained Reiki 1, which means I can Reiki myself and no one else really. And Jay for Christmas bought me a 90-minute session with a local practitioner. And at the end of January, I'm going for a Reiki session with crystal healing. Now, like many of you, I've been running full pelt. I ran full pelt right the way through Christmas. I stopped, my last market for Avon for Christmas was the 18th of December. And I collapsed, not medical collapse, figuratively collapsed over Christmas, and it's left me feeling quite drained. So I'm looking forward to this session. That's getting back to me. And I think everybody here has to do something that really lights them up. We've got some people that do amateur dramatics, and I see that in their Facebook and I love it. And I've got some people that what lights them up is their children and spending time with their family. That's what really gets them going. Amanda, because I doubt Amanda will ever see this recording, but if she does, she'll forgive me. Amanda relaxes by finding the next training course that we're going to run, or finding the next radio station that we're going to launch, or the television station, or whatever. Everybody has their own thing. And when you're actually given time to think about it, you'll find it. So Insta, let's go back to Insta. That's what we're talking about here. It's very, very visual. It's a fantastic thing for visuals. There are various different places you can go to get royalty-free images. So the first one that I love is canva.com, canva.com. Right. I pay for mine. I only pay for mine because sometimes I want to take my square image and I want to make it a long image. And I can do that at the click of a button if I pay for Canva. There is no requirement for anybody to pay for Canva. You can make images, headers, posters from that. And they have done a deal with Pexels and Pixabay to get some stock images to you for free. Please do not ever blindly download images from Google, because we don't know whether there is copyright on those images. And the last thing I want for you or anybody is for you to suddenly get a cease and desist letter telling you that you've used someone's copyrighted image and they want 150, 350, £1,000 from you. So use Canva and use Pexels and Pixabay within that, or pay for something like Deposit Photo or Adobe Stock, where you are paying to get royalty-free images. So my biggest tip, you're doing Avon. So when you want Avon, images, go to Avon On. They do some stuff that is around different days of the week. And there's a whole set in there to bring up some engagement within your group. There will be images that say, what's your favorite tea or coffee? Cats or dogs?
No, that's just reminded me I got a cup of tea. Thank you.
What's your favorite day of the week? And those posts are designed for you to put out on your group and for people to come back and say, my favorite day of the week is Friday because I've got a weekend. And you can start a conversation then and said, what is it about the weekend that you love? Well, I don't have to be at work. Now, for those people in Team Fearless Beauty that are looking to build a team, that's your trigger to start having a private conversation with that person and talk to them about an additional income stream. Well, if work is really hacking you off, had you thought about replacing it in a couple of years with this? For others, Julie Hoare makes fantastic use of the Avon On images that go out, and you'll all often see a lipstick video going up from her or a glimmer stick video. She does that on Facebook. She's also given us the link to her Instagram page.
I've had a look. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah,
she's good. Now, I'm sure Julie again won't mind me saying this out to the whole of Team Fearless Beauty. She's been a network marketer for a number of years, the same as I have. We've done a lot of training in what we need to say, what we don't need to say, how to engage people, how to, almost how to switch them off. Julie is very successful in another network market. and she has decided to come to Avon and build here. So I'm utterly delighted to have her, and I love some of the things she does. Now you're on Facebook, if we can get you and her linked up and you go and look at some of her back catalogue for videos, one of the first things she did once she got her welcome kit, she did, this is my welcome kit. Oh, look, I can't wait to use this. And this is a Skin So Soft and this is what it's for. Then she went up to her bedroom and she said, when was the last time you went through your makeup bag? And she then went into her drawer and she said, did you know everything's got a shelf life? Mascara's 3 months from opening. Well, this one looks like it's 5 years old, so I had to throw that one away. And this is an eyeshadow, and this eyeshadow's probably got 12 months from opening. Well, looking at the price tag on that, that's a few years old, so we'll throw that away. But it was so real, and she actually got orders off the back of that because people didn't realise that things had a shelf life. So she does that to great effect. And she'll sometimes ping me and say, I'm just thinking of this. And I'll go, fantastic. Can I steal that, please?
Mhm.
So, you know, I'm really impressed with how Julie operates. So please do take some time and look at her Instagram. As she said, she's not perfect. None of us are perfect, but if it gives you some ideas. So 80% personal, 20% buy my stuff, images, and we talk about give your audience value. So what we mean by that, I'm in the middle of doing a whole series of blogs at the moment. I'm doing them on LinkedIn because I want to attract team members. Now, Team Fearless Beauty. In my experience, men, and certainly young men, have a different business view on Avon to women. And they appear to be much more cutthroat, go-getting, they know what they want. So in a network group I'm in, I've started to say, I'm looking for toy boy entrepreneurs. I want men between the age of 25 and 40 who want to build a dropship business. And this is causing absolute hilarity. But people are remembering me because Sam's looking for a toy boy. So that's my hook. I'm writing a series of blogs that set me up as an expert. I don't really like that term, but it's what I need to use as an expert in my field. So yesterday's blog was time versus value. Value versus price was yesterday, sorry. And it talks about the fact that once you've built a relationship and you can prove to someone that you know what you're talking about, actually your price point is almost irrelevant because they've bought into you and they might pay you £50 more than they'd pay Fred Blogs down the road because they've got to know you. Doesn't mean you can take the mickey and doesn't mean that you can charge £1,000 for a bottle of bubble bath, but there are ways of packaging that up. Today's was around why people should have multiple streams of income. Now, it doesn't mention Avon, it mentions network marketing companies, but it talks about everything people are facing with fuel prices going up, with electric prices going up, with food prices going up, and probably your salary is staying the same or in some cases reducing. So how do you make the budget work? So this is value. It's not me trying to sell anything. It's me positioning myself as someone who understands in that field. And that will hook certain people and they'll come to you. So Insta's not really an ideal place to do a value post, but you could put something out there about the benefit of using a lipstick in the winter to stop your lips chapping. And it could be as simple as that. A serum underneath your moisturizer to lock in the moisture into the dermal layers. One sentence, but it's still giving people value if they don't know about serums. For me, look at this hair. This was washed at lunchtime and I've got rid of most of the frizz because I'm using Kids Mango Detangling Spray. So I wash my hair and I cover it in detangling spray and it cuts down my frizz, and actually I can put a brush through it because being bleached, it's not happy hair. And I'm telling everyone that's what I'm using because that's what I've got. I haven't got the adults one, I've got the kids one. What does it matter? It's £1 a tube at the minute. Superb. So you're building your Instagram, you're building up images, motivationals. I'm not sure you were with us when I put out my picture. It's a pair of Christian Louboutin shoes in Diamante pink, I think they are, with the red sole. And it says, consistency is great, but if you're persistent, then you will achieve it. Something like that. It's one of those motivational ones. And I probably roll that image out every 18 months or so. And it always gets good take up. And I've seen others of my peer group have nicked it for their own Facebook groups. So I keep a stock of them. I've got them in a folder called Motivation, and I roll those out onto Instagram from time to time. I will take pictures of me out when we're allowed to go to cafes. I will take a picture of me out having a cup of tea because I don't drink, so I have tea more than anything. People know that about me as well. Pens and tea is what I live on. But people then think they know me. So that's the sort of thing that I do.
And do you, so I'm really self-conscious, do you take pictures of you as in you as a person or the place that you are in?
More often than not, the place that I'm in.
Yeah.
This is not said to get any reaction at all, but I don't consider myself to be the most beautiful creature on this earth. I don't think I'm ugly before anybody says that. I just feel that sometimes a picture of a scone and a cup of tea is more appealing than a picture of me. I did do some videos for YouTube going back to 2019 because I did a January challenge, and I walked along the canal every day in January, huffing and puffing, bright red face, with my big bobble hat on, and I did videos at me. So there were pictures of me, but I don't think there's any necessity for you to do a picture of you if you're not comfortable with that. That goes back to you only put out what you want to put out. We've done pictures before, which is an open notebook. So you've got the notebook open, no writing, you've got a blank page with a pen on it. And that might say, today I'm setting my goals for the next week. So it doesn't have to be you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will do when my nails are good, and they're not brilliant at the moment, but they're okay. When my nails are good, I will do pictures of my nails and I will roll those out, and I will do various different colors, and I'll have the Avon at the side of me and go, this is Jewel Delusion or whatever it is. I mean, this isn't Avon colors, this is something different, but that's what I will do.
It's just being picture savvy, really, isn't it?
Yeah. When I get a big order in, because I do a lot of stuff for Women's Refuge as well, I will, there's when the sun's shining, there's a beautiful view out of this window because it's a big picture window and it looks out over to some fir trees in the background. And what I'll do is I'll line all the products up on the windowsill, make sure the sun's over there, not over there. And then I do a picture and then I'll put that up and say, this is all going down to Women's Refuge. So there's another arm to Avon that you possibly won't have come across yet, which is our tie into breast cancer and our tie into Women's Refuge. And I suspect we have a conference on the 20th of January, and I suspect that they will either say they're going to continue with those or they'll launch a new charity for 2022. So there are ready-made images on Avon on to say that we partner. We do not test on animals anywhere in the world. Avon is the first company to do this. There are images that you can use. Now, that's going to pick up several people are going to hook into that, cruelty free. We've got a vegan range. It's veganuary. The distillery range is vegan. Tap into it. There are plenty of vegan people out there that are looking for something that is vegan, and those assets are available for you. Bio. Make sure that you can get your link into the bio. My bio, excuse me, I think is about 6 lines long. And you want to make it easy for people to shop with you. I'm torn between whether you put your brochure up or whether you put your shop up. The difference is, if you put a brochure up, people can, where'd it go? There it is. People can, on their phone, literally flick through our brochure. And they're seeing what is current this campaign. If you put your shop up, they have to know what they're looking for. And if they don't know what they're looking for, it's not that easy to navigate the shop. So I would tend to go with the brochure link, because that also gives the sales and bonus brochures at the same time.
Okay.
And make it one of the first things that they see, so they can click on that and they can roll through to you. Mine says motivational networker, inspirational speaker, cat lover, avid traveler, open brackets, when I'm allowed, exclamation mark, car lover, proud independent Avon sales leader. That's what's in my bio. And people can make up their own decisions from there.
Okay. See, another thing that I've done is I've called my Avon Instagram Lisa's Avon.
Perfect.
Avon with Lisa or something like
Perfect.
that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a Facebook page. No, I haven't. I lie. I'm sorry. I've got a Facebook group called Avon with Sam Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
My Instagram currently is Sam Marshall Recommends, but I'm trying to change that to Sam Suggests, because it's too long. Sam Marshall Recommends. Sam Suggests is my Insta page, but I've had an Insta page since Insta came out, and it's had many different incarnations. So I don't see it that's a problem having an Instagram page called Lisa's Avon.
Okay.
And you do what it says on the tin.
Mm-hmm.
So does that help?
Yes.
Is there anything else you think you might want to know at the moment?
No.
No?
No, I don't think so.
All right. So what I'm going to say is go away, have a play, come back, talk to me if you need anything else. Talk to Julie. She's put that out there that can happen, that you can do that. Talk to, I don't know if you've got any teenagers in your network.
Oh, my daughters.
So they're going to be really great on Insta, and they're going to say, what you need to do is this, 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 and this. And
Yeah.
I'll take input from wherever I can get it. And if they come up with something, come back and let us all know. But that's what I would do. The bubble bath that we put out earlier today, I did mine through Facebook. Now I've got an established customer group on Facebook anyway. Within 10 minutes of me posting that on my Facebook page, I'd got an order. So it does work. Sometimes it takes a little bit of a while to build a head of steam. But ideally, what we want to be doing through Insta is making sure that they've always got a link to go and buy something and they can see it. And you just want those orders to start happening in the background, people paying for it, and you just watching the commission roll in. Is that all
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
I'm going to stop the recording now.